Jose Mourinho is considered one of the greatest football managers of all time, and for many fans he is the greatest. Not because he dominated with the richest squads or had the biggest stars, but because he did the unthinkable. He won the UEFA Champions League twice with underdog teams, FC Porto and Inter Milan. That alone places him in a category of his own. But Mourinho's story is far bigger than 2 trophies. It is a story of confidence, belief, struggle, brilliance, and the unshakable spirit of a man who walked into the football world and declared himself the special one and then proved it, before he became a global star, before the media turned him into a headline machine. And before millions of fans admired him across continents, Jose Mourinho was a young Portuguese manager who believed he could conquer Europe. When he took over FC Porto in 2002, they were not a European powerhouse. They were a well-respected club, yes, but far from the elite level needed to win international trophies. Mourinho changed everything immediately. In his first full season, 2002-03, Porto won Portuguese League, Primeira Liga, Portuguese Cup, Taça de Portugal, UEFA Cup, now Europa League. 1 year later, in the 2003-04 season, Mourinho delivered something nobody expected. Porto, a team with limited resources and no big superstar, marched through the Champions League like giants. They defeated Manchester United at Old Trafford, beat Lyon, eliminated Deportivo, and reached the final. In Gelsenkirchen, they destroyed Monaco 3-0. This was Mourinho's first major miracle. This was the moment a star was born. This was when Europe first saw the ruthless, tactically brilliant, fearless manager who would redefine modern football. Mourinho didn't just make Porto win, he made them believe they were unstoppable. And that belief carried his career forward to England. When Jose Mourinho arrived in England in 2004, the Premier League had never seen a character like him. In his very first press conference, he said, "Please don't call me arrogant, but I'm European champion and I think I'm a special one." That sentence became football history, and he backed up every word of it. In his first tenure at Chelsea, Mourinho won Premier League 2004-05, first time in Chelsea's history in 50 years, Premier League 2005-06, FA Cup 2007, League Cup 2005-2007. He built one of the greatest defensive units of the era with John Terry, Ricardo Carvalho, Claude Makelele, and Petr Cech. Chelsea became an unbeatable force, conceding only 15 goals in the 2004-05 season, a Premier League record that still stands. Mourinho left Chelsea in 2007, but he returned for a second tenure in 2013. And again, he delivered Premier League 2014-15, League Cup 2015, 3 league titles in 2 different spells. Chelsea fans still call him the special one because he changed the club forever. But even after all this success, Mourinho's greatest achievement was still ahead. When Mourinho joined Inter Milan in 2008, the club was strong domestically but desperate for European success. They hadn't won the Champions League since 1965. And Europe had one unbeatable monster at the time, Pep Guardiola's Barcelona. But Mourinho came to Italy with a plan. In the 2009-10 season, Inter Milan completed one of the greatest achievements in football history, the treble, Serie A champion, Coppa Italia winner, UEFA Champions League winner. Inter defeated Chelsea, CSKA Moscow, and then Barcelona in a legendary semi-final. In the second leg at Camp Nou, after getting reduced to 10 men for more than an hour, Mourinho's Inter defended with unbelievable discipline. Barcelona could not break them. Mourinho celebrated by running across the pitch in front of furious Barcelona fans, a moment etched in football folklore. In the final, Inter beat Bayern Munich 2-0. 40 years after their last European Cup, Inter Milan were champions again. This was Mourinho's masterpiece. This was the moment he reached football immortality. When Mourinho joined Real Madrid, expectations were impossible. Fans wanted another Champions League trophy. They wanted him to break Barcelona's dominance. They wanted perfection, and Mourinho did what nearly nobody else could. He broke one of the strongest Barcelona teams ever. In 2011-12, Real Madrid won La Liga with 100 points, a Spanish record at the time. 121 goals scored, a record. This team is still considered one of the most dominant league-winning sides in football history. Although the Champions League didn't arrive during his tenure, Mourinho stabilized Madrid, built warriors like Pepe and Ramos into a feared defensive line, and gave the club its identity back. The pressure was huge, the expectations were extreme, and the atmosphere was always intense, but Mourinho delivered what many believed was impossible. He dethroned Barcelona at their absolute peak. Once Jose Mourinho left Real Madrid in 2013, his career took a different shape. Not because he became less capable, but because football clubs began losing patience quicker. He rejoined Chelsea and won the Premier League again in 2014-15. But after one bad season, he was sacked. Then came Manchester United. He won Europa League 2016-17, League Cup 2017, Community Shield 2016. To this day, he remains the last manager to win a European trophy with Manchester United. He joined Tottenham Hotspur next, and although he reached a League Cup final, he wasn't given enough time. The truth is simple: after Real Madrid, Mourinho never received the job security that Mourinho briefly joined Fenerbahce, and today he is at Benfica, which is his home club, so we can expect something good from Jose Mourinho again, which would be historic. Comparing Jose with other football managers is a bit harsh and meaningless because every football manager is different. Mourinho has seen downfalls career-wise, but it was club-related politics and other things that every football manager would face, but results-wise Jose has won almost all trophies. Everything Jose has won. Jose Mourinho delivered success in lesser amounts of time with whatever clubs he joined. He is tactically a genius, and it is meaningless to compare Mourinho with others because Jose did not get the job security and the time that his levels of managers should deserve from clubs. He has delivered everywhere from Portuguese clubs to England, Italy, Spain, and now again at Benfica. We can expect that he gets the time and trust from the club that he deserves, and again we might see Jose delivering again. That's what you expect from a home club. All in all, Mourinho has been a motivational force to many people, and Mourinho's victories are many people's good life memories which they will always cherish. At Benfica we can expect that Jose again gets a chance to re-establish his career again, and we can see Jose rewriting football histories again. With that in mind, good luck to Jose Mourinho.